today I'm going to be showing you my January 2025 bullet journal setup. I cannot believe that we're almost in a new year. It's absolutely insane how quickly this year has gone by. But let me tell you about the kit that I'm using. So first, this is the snow kit from Paper Trail Plans. It is discontinued. It's a very old kit. But when I was looking through my stash, everything that I had felt too Christmassy and like not very January. So this was like, when I saw this one in my stash, I was like, yeah, that's the one. Because it's more pink and wintry versus like Christmas. So this is what I went with. I'm so sorry it's not available anymore. It is like one of their very first kits that they released when they first opened. So yeah, but so it's very OG throwback. But anyway, so what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting some Dutch doors for this spread. Here I tried to cut like all 3 pages at one time and it did not work. But we got there in the end. So I'm gonna kind of skip around with this a little bit just because the way my mind was working while I was trying to do this was like all over the place, because this is my very first like weekly in this bullet journal. So yeah, so basically what I did was I just did some like sketchy styled boxes, and after I did it I was like, does this even make sense? Because for this week I have an extra box, right? And I was like, well, I can write notes in it or something like that. But I already have a section for like tasks, which is going to be kind of like for the whole month of January. That's why I cut the Dutch door. So that way I could see like any household things or whatever that need to get done around the house, or something like that for my task list. But then I have this extra section, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I thought about decorating it, but then I decided to just leave it blank to see like kind of how it goes. For this sticker that I'm putting down right now, it's a bottom washi sticker, but I really like the lace, but then I kept looking at it because it just felt off where it is. So I end up pulling it up, and you'll see at the very end of the video what I end up doing there. Very similar, but just a little bit different. So let's see. Right now I'm looking for a January script, and I opted for the Panda Bird Design scripts. And I did use these same scripts in my future log setup. If you saw that video, if not, I'll post it up in the cards. But yeah, so I just went for this really large floral, and you see what I did. But yeah, it just was not looking right to me. Like once I finished it, I think it looks much better now. And I think it'll look really good like once it's filled out and everything. But like I said, I do change this page up. And you'll see it when I do the flip through. And this was the only page that I really made like big changes to. For the other ones, I did add like some snowflakes or little things here and there, but nothing crazy. And I did end up like not realizing that I ran out of storage. So for the very last setup, you don't see it. However, it is the most simple, because by the time I got to the last one, I was very much over it and ready to be done. I loved it, but it does take a lot of like, I don't know, like brain power or whatever to get all of these done, like to figure out what's gonna work. And since this is my very first, I opted for like a different style per week. One, so I wouldn't get bored, and two, just to see like what's gonna work best for me. So yeah. Again, you're gonna see it here in a little bit, but this was the first one. This was the only one that I kind of like drew out ahead of time when like I drew this layout out like weeks ahead of time, because I was like, okay, this is the setup that I think I want to try for January. And I thought I was going to do all the pages like this. But once I drew out all of those boxes, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So yeah, that's the one thing that I don't particularly care for, is having to draw all these things out. Like, I commend the people. Well, you know what? It's different. Like, drawing art versus drawing something repetitive like boxes over and over again, I think it's completely different. But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do to rectify that, but we'll see. And I mean, really, I don't think it'll be that bad considering I only have to do it once a month. So we'll see. But yeah, so anyway, I I only used the deco that came in the kit besides the foil items. So those banners that I used on the 1st of January, I put those there because that is my grandmother's birthday. And I got those from the Pretty Pink Co, but I don't think those are available either. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and skip backwards, I guess, to the like month section and like, what is this called? A cover page. And I think this turned out really cute. I had to keep playing with it because at first I was like, okay, this is looking kind of weird. But again, I think all the spreads turned out really cute in the end. So I'm just gonna make a little scene with all the clip art and like all the little animals, and that little bunny is just freaking adorable. So anyway, like I said, all the clip art is from the kit, but for the snowflakes and the people, those are actually from freebies from Dash of Sun Design. I know for sure that the people are from Danny's freebie, I think. Now I'm second guessing myself, but I used 2 different Dash of Sun freebies. I also have a freebie with Dash of Sun, but mine is gold foil, so that's why I didn't pull mine in, and this is silver. But yeah, any PR codes, freebies, and all of that, there's a link in my description box always. And there's a section that is for coupon codes and referral links. You'll be able to see like photos of my freebies and all that if you scroll down to the bottom. Anyway, I took a break on the scene and now I'm working on the calendar page. So these really thin washi strips are from Paper Trail Plans. I do also PR for Paper Trail Plans, so I have a freebie and a coupon code. And again, it's in the link in my description box. But these are the thin washi strips and they're so amazing. I use these any chance I get. They're so good. And you get so many on a sheet. I think there's like 50 on a sheet. So they last a pretty long time. And I cannot remember the colorway this one is in, but you'll see like I miscounted the calendar. I was like, why do I have so many lines? But thankfully I caught it and we're good. So yeah, so this color is either petunia or cherry blossom. And I can't remember which one, but it's one of those two. And I'm going to use letters from not Paper Trail Plans, from the Pretty Pink Co. They're not available. I'm sorry. But I got them a while ago and she has since discontinued a lot of her like Q3 products, which I believe is when I got those. But yeah, so I use those to mark Monday through Sunday and then also to mark Martin Luther King Day. So for my date dots, those are actually from Sadie Stickers. They have been updated, but I do think she still has this font. So these are really old because they're circle cut out and not kiss cut. I've had them for years. Like, I've had them for so long. And that's why I decided to use them, because I was like, I don't like using them in my memory planner because I feel like with them not being kiss cut, you can see the outline. And so I use them here. You really can't tell at all. So I like that. Now I'm looking for these balloon numbers because, like I said, the first is my grandmother's birthday, or it would have been her birthday. She has since passed away, but I still wanted to mark it anyway, and she would have been 92. So I used those balloon numbers to mark her age, and I think it looks so cute. And then my January script, that is from Paper Trail Plans. It's the large italic script font, and they're so good, you guys. They're like so dainty and pretty, and I really love the date numbers and like the month scripts and things like that. I think that font is so pretty. So now I'm trying to figure out the next setup. So here I'm gonna kind of show you guys really quickly me filling these in. It took forever. I had so many hours of footage of doing this spread, not just like the boxes, but like everything. It was crazy. Thankfully, I kind of like sketched everything out before I started filming because it would have been a mess. But for the last, let me see, for the last like two, I think I didn't sketch out, and that is the reason why I ran out of space, because I was doing it, I forgot to like pause and then restart when I finished like sketching everything, and I think that's why I ran out of footage, and I didn't even realize it, because typically I double check before I start filming, especially if I know I'm filming something like long form like this, or like a haul or something that takes forever. But I completely forgot, so that was my bad. Anyway, like I said, you don't really miss much because that last spread is the simplest of them all. But I did go ahead and round the corners of any full boxes that I use, besides the one that has January over it on the first page. I didn't forget. I didn't think of it until I was doing this one, because I wanted it to match the like rounded corners of the boxes that I drew, because I felt like the like really sharp edges looked weird. So I did do that, and I think it looks really cute and like classy. I don't know. But so for my scripts, my Monday through Sunday, and just for the scripts, those are from Paper Trail Plans. They're the typewriter. No, that's the academic font. And then the typewriter font is very similar. It's just the typewriter font is more like, I don't know how to describe it, but they're different. Anyway, the date dots that I use are from Letters to Apollo. And then I'm just going to throw some little sparkles. The sparkles are from Sadie Stickers. And then again, the snowflakes that I use were from that freebie. I'm pretty sure it was Danny's from Dash of Sun Design. I do think that this next one is one of my favorites. When you look at the rough sketch, it's like, what the heck is that? But I promise, like once I got the ruler out, and everything looks so cute, I think. So yeah, at first I was looking at this like, this is gonna be so ugly. But it turned out really cute. And then I did like really minimal decorations. Again, I wanted to not take away from the plans, and plus I wasn't sure how much deco I was gonna have left after, all of these pages, because I've never done it this way before, so I wasn't sure what I was gonna need. And since I did a terrible job sketching out these boxes, I kept like going over the lines, so I kept having to pull out my jelly roll to like correct the lines, but you can't even tell. So for this one, I see it looks so much better with the lines being cleaner. But yeah, so for this one, I used the scripts that came in the kit, and they're colored. They're not black. They're like a darker pink, and it's really cute. And then for the date dots, I used the same ones from Letters to Apollo that I used in the previous one. So now I'm just going to add some bigger florals and some little deco pieces around. And then later on, I will come back and add like some more like of those pink hanging snowflakes, because I wanted to make sure that I had them like sprinkled equally everywhere. Then for like the edges, I did go in with the sage color from the Paper Trail Plans like washi sampler, and I used that on the edges, and then I used some washi strips from Sadie Stickers, and it's like a dotted washi. It's really cute. Oh, and I forgot, on the page before, I used the scallop that came in the kit to line the edges of that one. I don't know if I showed that or not. I can't remember, but that's what I did for that one. And yeah, I think it looks really cute. I like the addition of the green because everything is so pink, but there's a lot of green in the florals, so I wanted to make sure at least one of my pages had some green in it. For this one, I used the floral trim to line the edges, and since I use the floral trim, it has like a really big impact on the page, I think. So I cut up some of the smaller florals to add to it because it's not long enough, and I think it looks so pretty. So for this one, I really like how this one turned out too. I really like the simpler ones. Like the first one that I did is nice. It's simple, but it takes up a lot of space. And this one is just so like, I don't know, it's kind of freeform, and I like that. So I definitely will be bringing this one in again. And then for the like date scripts, I used the Paper Trail Plans. This is their original font. It's their original like script font, but I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but they do still have this font, and that's where I lost the footage. But you're gonna see here in just a second what I did. I just added some deco down the spine of that page that I was just working on. So here's the wiggle where you can kind of see the foil, and there's the change I made. I just added that like foiled, the dotted foil. They were headers, but I just pieced them together to make that like line. And then I just think this turned out so cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry I lost the footage, but there you can see where I added to the spine. And then for this page, I just did 2 boxes, and you can see like my habit trackers on the side. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.